Hey guys, welcome to Peripheral Vision, and this is Nerd Swag. For those that have been with me for a long time, you'll know that Nerd Swag is a series that I used to do on a weekly basis, which was kind of an update pickups show. I just talk about what's going on with the channel and show the stuff that I got that week. And I have deleted those old videos since then because my collection isn't really the same as it used to be, but I'd like to restart that. I'd like to do a pickups update show, and figured, let's use Nerd Swag. And unfortunately, I don't pick things up with the same regularity as I used to, so this time around it's probably going to be something monthly. And thankfully with this first one, the past month was December, so I've got a ton of stuff, both from holiday pickups and just things that I got myself that I can show you guys. And I've got a lot of interesting things to talk about as far as updates with the channel. Now, I did a channel update video a little bit ago, so a lot of the new stuff is there, but as far as what's happening for the rest of this month and November, this month we have a few physical item reviews that are going to be some of the stuff that you see that I picked up, as well as a new Super Mario's video, a video on that series. And then in February, I think I may have not have said February before, but in February I will be doing a lot of Kirby content. I picked up the Kirby's Dream collection, so I'm going to be talking a lot about those games. And I think I'm going to try some videos talking about like specific power-ups and enemies and stuff. So if you're interested in something along those lines, let me know in the comments. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the pickups, the meat of this dish. And like I said, I picked up the Kirby's Dream collection. This is just an eBay purchase, and I didn't get the boxed copy, but it does have the soundtrack included within it. The game's in the system right now because I'm playing the games for footage, but it does have the soundtrack right here. And I've been wanting to pick this up for a while. I can emulate all of these titles, of course, and I wouldn't recommend that because that's illegal and no one should ever do that. But it's been really convenient to have it on the Wii because I have the HDMI adapter for recording footage. And it's actually a nice little package, so look forward to seeing some content related to the individual games in this collection. And then, as far as other things that I just picked up for myself, the only thing I bought just on a store was the How to Draw Nintendo Heroes and Villains. This one is something I picked up back in the day when I was a kid, from the Scholastic Book Fair. I'm sure a lot of you remember that. And I wasn't going to pick it up, but it was $1. So, I mean, can't really go wrong with that. It's a neat little shelf filler piece. One interesting thing I noticed, I don't know if I'll do a full video on this book, but I did want to show you that in this book, Bowser is actually listed as Kirog. And it's pretty well known online, but something I thought I'd show you if you hadn't seen it. I don't know why he's called Kirog in this book. I think it was just a typo, because that's not his name in Japan or any of the foreign language titles for Bowser, so I imagine it's just a typo. And then as far as other things that I just bought, there were a few things I actually bought off Instagram. Now, normally I don't buy things on Instagram because I'm not really the platform you'd expect to buy things from, but there's this guy, Artistic Output, on there, who I got some things from, and he has given me some really good deals, so I'll include a link down below if you're interested in checking out to see what he's got to sell. He got a lot of import stuff, but the first thing I got from him was Kirby Superstar Ultra. I wanted to do some Kirby content in February, and this is actually a lot easier way to play the Kirby Superstar game. It's got a little extra content, so it's not exactly the same as the Super Nintendo version, but I thought I could at least play that to get a feel for the game. And then with that, I actually picked up a DSi XL. This one has a little peace symbol on it. I think it was owned by the seller's daughter at one point, but I'd forgotten how much of a difference the big screen makes. I have had a DS for so long that I didn't remember how good it was to have that extra large screen, but it's in a good shape. Then finally from him, I picked up something I've been looking for a while for a good price, and that is a PlayStation 3. Believe it or not, in none of the collections that I've ever had, I have never owned a PS3. And this is a nice one. Unfortunately, it's not one of the 4 USB port ones. For those that don't know, the PlayStation 3s that have 4 USB ports are backwards compatible with PS1, 2, and 3 games. So I ideally would have wanted that, but I got this for $25 plus shipping, which was a really good deal for these. Usually, from what I've seen, they go for like $50 or $60. Ugh. And then we start getting into the... Oh wait, no, one more thing that I bought. Ugh. I picked up Super Mario Checkers Princess Power Edition. This isn't something I'd normally pick up because it looks, frankly, a little bit cheap, but it was on sale. Go Calendars and Toys' store here that after Christmas everything goes half off, and this was half off, so it was only $5. So you know what, I thought, not bad. It's something I can play with my niece and nephew when they come to visit. All right, and then finally we're out of the things that I bought myself, and we get into some Christmas presents. First Christmas present I wanted to share is this. It's a Super Mario World display sign. There's little hooks on the back of it that you can hook up onto the wall. It actually comes with a t-shirt. It's empty right now. The t-shirt is just a shirt with the logo or the cartridge art on it, and that got lost somewhere in a New Year's party. So it's in the house, but I'm not sure where it is. I'll probably post something on Instagram with it once I find that. But this was from Kyle's Game Room, a channel that I've worked with quite a lot. He was my friend from the very start of this YouTube stuff, so thank you, Kyle. Next up, we have the gift that I got from my mom. And the only thing my mom really knows about me is that I like Mario. So she got me Monopoly Mario Kart Edition. There are a ton of these Monopolies that have Nintendo characters on them. I think 5 or 6, if I remember. And then with Pokemon, probably up to 10, maybe. But I got the Monopoly Mario Kart Edition. This is an item that I'm probably going to do a video on, opening it up and looking at all the little pieces and everything, because it's got a lot to talk about. I don't really care that much about Monopoly, but of course, I love me some Mario, so got that. Then we have what my girlfriend's mother got me. And this is actually probably one of my favorite things that I've gotten for Christmas, honestly. This is the Super Mario Bros. Encyclopedia. For fans of the Mario series, this is probably something you've come on your radar. It's retailed normally at $40, but I think you can get it on Amazon for like $25 or $30 now. And it's something I definitely recommend. Of course, you could go to like Super Mario Wiki online, but this is a really solid compendium of Mario stuff. I was actually pretty impressed about the level of content in it. This is another thing I might do a full video on, but we will see. So yeah, definitely pick up the Super Mario Encyclopedia if you have a chance. It's usually on sale on Amazon, and I've really enjoyed it. Okay, so that is everything on my right side. Next up, we have the last Christmas gift that I got, and this is the gift I got from my girlfriend, Madame Curie Cosplay. I'll include a link to her, as well as Artistic Output, because he's been such a good seller to me, in the description if you're interested in checking them out. This is the Amazon Fire 10 Tablet Pro. I'm not sure what all the exact title is, but it's Amazon Fire 10 Tablet. I know that. And this is the first tablet I've owned in a while. I think I'm actually going to be using it for the channel. I think I'll use it to take notes on when I'm recording footage and stuff for the game. So thank you, sweetie, for this. Again, gotta rep my girl and check out her stuff at Madame Curie Cosplay. Alright, and then we have the final thing, and this is the thing that's really been exciting to me. I thought about doing a two-parter, but you know what, I didn't think it's going to be too long. When we went over to my girlfriend's family's house for Christmas, after they did the standard gift exchange where I got the Mario Encyclopedia, they were like, oh, there's this box of games downstairs. Do you want to take a look at it? And you got to take a look at it. So we went down there, and I saw it's a mixture of like PC, PlayStation 2, and Gamecube titles. I have not dug through it, but I know it's a bunch of like that generation of games. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be randomly just like pulling this stuff up and showing you. So it's going to be as much of a surprise to you as it is to me. But thank you to her family for this. It's a nice little thing. But we'll start off, there's a little bag in here. This appears to be mostly PlayStation 2, PlayStation 1, and GameCube memory cards, which are always nice to have, original hardware and all. One interesting thing I see off the bat is they have a GameCube Game Boy Advance adapter, which is neat. I think we'll be able to use that. We might have a Game Boy Advance somewhere. We can find one, I'm sure. But this would be nice if we ever decided to do like the Pac-Man Championship Edition or Link 4 Swords or anything like that. And then just randomly grabbing one. First game I see. Hey, we got a Sonic game. We got Sonic Heroes for the GameCube. I don't know much about this one. There's a good chance I might not know a lot about any of these games. So we're just going to kind of go through and briefly show them. So we got Sonic Heroes for the GameCube. Next up, we have Sphinx and the Cursed Mummy. This, it's THQ. This feels like it's not very good. I guess I might check it out, but this might be shelf filler. I'm not really sure anything about this game at all. Okay. Then we've got, hey, Pac-Man! Pac-Man World 2. Part of a trilogy, if I remember correctly. And this is like a platforming game. Yeah, judging from the back of the box, it looks like a Pac-Man platforming game. I'm start to... Okay. Hey, we got a PC game. PC version of American McGee's Alice. It's a horror-themed Alice in Wonderland game. I don't know... Excuse me. I don't know really how the PC games work, if they could, like, if you can just need the CD. I remember back in the day you used to need, like, codes and stuff, so... I don't know if we'll be able to, like, boot into the computer. Then we got a PS1 game. We've got the original Rayman. That's really exciting. Kyle will be happy to see that we got that game. Right. Lemony Snicket's a series of unfortunate events for the Gamecube. This is the... Yeah, it's the Jim Carrey version. And the new version with, what's that guy's name? The How I Met Your Mother guy. The new version is on Netflix, and my girlfriend likes that, so she'll be happy we found that. And for PlayStation 2, we've got Mortal Kombat Armageddon, the Premium Edition. I don't know what's in the Premium Edition. Looks like playable version of Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3, and an exclusive history of fatalities. Huh. And it said that there was, like, trading cards with it? I don't know if there's actually trading cards with it. Huh. I don't know. Maybe they're digital. But. Next, we have another PC title, it looks like. And that is Sim Theme Park. My girlfriend's a big simulation fan. So The Sims, the Roller Coaster Tycoon games, anything like that has always been up her alley. You might see her. I might start getting her on the channel if she is willing to be on there. And then, as you might be able to see from the background, she's also a big SpongeBob person. So we found SpongeBob SquarePants, Revenge of the Flying Dutchman. I forget which one. There's a SpongeBob game that everyone tells me is supposed to be really good. I think it's Battle for Bikini Bottom, but I'm not 100%. So, next up we have The Sims busting out for Gamecube. So that's good. It's really interesting to me to see these boxes of gamers' old collections, because it's kind of a snapshot into their childhood. Get to see like the games that they had. And there's a lot of games here, actually. She has more GameCube games than I've ever had, because this isn't the first haul of games we've gotten from our house. So next up we have All-Star Baseball 2003 with Derek Jeter. Not one that I will play, but you know what? Interesting to have. Some of the GameCube sports games are pretty valuable. I think one of the last GameCube games ever made was a sports game that's reasonably valuable. Here's a series I know, though. We've got Resident Evil. I'm not sure which Resident Evil this is. I think the remake of the original was Resident Evil 0, and the one that everyone knows in the GameCube is Resident Evil 4. So if you know Resident Evil, please tell me what this game is about. Tell me what the deal is with this game. Alright, nowhere near the bottom, guys, so we'll have to pick up the pace here. And we still have some PlayStation 2 games. Of course, we got Tomb Raider Legend. I think this is a remake. I'm not sure. I only remember the original Tomb Raider on PlayStation. So, and we have one of the Harry Potter games. This might have been her sister's, because I don't think she really cared about the Harry Potter series. What? I'll just try to sort these out while I'm going through. Aggressive Inline, for those that don't remember, the PS1, PS2, this is a GameCube, but the PS1, PS2 era was like heavy with the extreme sports stuff. Started with the Tony Hawks, and that just like opened a floodgate for those. We've got Rune for the PlayStation 2. This one I know nothing about. Ooh, a cartoon one. Tom and Jerry War of the Whiskers. I think this might be like a 3D brawler in the same vein as like Power Stone. I'm pretty sure that's what this is. So that's one I might actually check out later. I do love old cartoons, as many of you know. Then we've got a war game, which is surprising. Medal of Honor Frontline. Again, some of these might be her sisters. I don't remember her really being about the shooters, but I guess we have someone there. And we've got NFL Street football game. There's more sports games in the collection that I've ever had, which is interesting. And then we got Tom Clancy, another shooting espionage game from what I understand. Okay. We got Pimp My Ride for PlayStation 2. Malice, which I don't know what that is. This might be one of those ones where it was just a random 3D platformer that they made to try to cash in on that craze. PlayStation 2 was a little bit past when the 3D platform was a thing, though. And of course we've got Naruto. Which one is it? Naruto Ultimate Ninja. I think this is looks like from the back of the box it's one of the fighting games. And Vex. Some of these I feel like were just ones that our parents picked up for like $5 or $10 that didn't sell at like GameStop. That is my guess on some of these. And there's a random bag. Let me see if there's anything actually gaming related in here. No, it doesn't appear so we can skip that. That is not gaming related. Okay, we've got another PlayStation game. Creatures. I feel like I vaguely remember this game. Like these little gremlin looking guys. What's at the back of the box here? I swear I feel like I played that game. I don't remember it though. I just kind of like there's something hazy in the back of my mind that says I know it. And we've got Kingdom Hearts 358 by 2. I don't think there's a game. I think I saw this one before. There's not actually a game in it, but the game might be somewhere. So hopefully we can find that. Alright, and then, this is what she recommended. Tarzan Untamed is a recommended game, so let me know if you've heard good things about this title. It's from Gamecube. Then we got Spyro, A Hero's Tale. I think this is the first one that came out in this era. I'm pretty sure. Okay. Go ahead and move this Gamecube stack down here for right now. Okay, and then we've got Nickelodeon Party Blast for the Gamecube. There we go. Casper Spirit Dimensions. I wonder if this one was based or related to the movie, the one that I want to say Christina Ricci was on, but I'm probably wrong. Triggerman, no idea what this is, but Triggerman for PlayStation 2. The Getaway, this one I've heard of at least. Okay. Summoner. I remember thinking, like, I feel like this is one I rented, maybe? I don't remember if renting was a thing with the PS2 era. Because I remember the Blockbuster started going out of vogue, like, around N64, maybe? So, I don't know if, like, the renting stores were actively renting out PS2 games. Because, like, the newer Red boxes will rent the new games, but I don't know if there was a time where PS2 was really heavily rented. We got Finding Nemo for the GameCube. SOCOM 2. I've got to ask where all these shooting games were coming from, because I did not peg them for that kind of gaming household. Naruto Clash of Ninja. This looks like another fighting game. So, yeah, it looks like another fighting game. Cube. And we get MC Groove. I assume a rhythm game. SSX, another one of those Tony Hawk-esque games. Alright. And I think that might... Oh, whoa, no. We've got some GameCube titles buried, or Game Boy Color titles buried down here. And I think one more PS2 game. Alright, so we've got Thrillville, Roller Coaster Tycoon ripoff. And Rugrats in Paris, the movie for Game Boy Color. Don't know much about that one. I'm thinking about picking up a Retron 5 so that so when I do find random Game Boy games, I will be able to play them pretty easily. We've got Track and Field for the Game Boy Color. Well, it's actually one of those black cartridges, so it's kind of both. The final thing for this nerd swag is The Legend of Zelda, Oracle of Seasons. That's a nice find. That's a cool little game. I don't know if I'll play it, but it's neat to find. Alright guys, so that is the first of the returning episodes of Nerd Swag. Look forward to some of the physical item reviews and some of the things that we picked up. And look forward to the new Super Mario Bros. Video that will be coming out this month, as well as some of the Kirby content that will be coming in next month. And let me know if there's any specific things about the first 3 Kirby's Dream Land games that you'd like me to talk about. And I'll see if I can incorporate that into the videos. But thank you guys all for watching, and later days.